So what we're doing now is exposing the spots now that we just didn't touch because of the main stanchions that were underneath.
This is the place where we are staying, and meanwhile I found a snake in the bathroom.
Show it to him.
Saw a snake earlier in the bathroom.
A snake in where?
In our bathroom. They are typically 4 to 5 feet long.
There you go. So, Gypsy's taking a bit of a change today. So we've got a first coat of primer down. Obviously we've still got our touch-ups to do tomorrow morning once this fiberglass dries off and these blisters. So now you can sort of see what we've had to do here. So basically we've chewed it right back out all the way along. Ground it out, glassed it over. So now tomorrow is basically going to be filling, sanding and filling, and then sanding again before we can really give it a full coat. So, but anyway, there's a few holes now. There's paint on her. You can just see that there's a few little speck holes that now need to be fixed that you just literally couldn't see before because of the state of the hull. You just couldn't see it. So now there's a coat of paint on it. You can actually see it. So we still have to do some more bottom preps tomorrow morning and some sanding to get it right. But that's the first coat of primer down. So yeah, pretty happy with that. It's okay. So I'm hoping to try and within the next day and a half to have it completely painted. It's it, black anti-foul. And I've got an engineer coming tomorrow to give me a hand, hopefully with the bearing, so with the shaft I should say. So hopefully that'll all work out. We've just installed Clyde and myself. There he is over there, just having a relaxy. That's we've just put another through hole in. We've just replaced the through hole that was damaged when we were in the marina. So we've just put that in. That's now installed. And you see there's a couple more blisters on this side. This side's not as bad. This is only the two spots really that's got it, which is right here. Same scenario. I've had to chew it all the way back so we could get rid of the water, because the water gets in between the layers, and then before you know it, it's all over. So you got water coming out. So that's where we are. So there you go. She's looking all right. She's starting to come good. So today is Monday. Tomorrow's 1 week. We came out yesterday at, I should say Tuesday at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So come 3 o'clock tomorrow, that will be exactly 1 week on the hard. She's been a long, hard week, I'm not going to lie, but we're getting there. So I'm hoping now we're getting to the final stages of getting it done. I mean, my biggest pressing issue is obviously that shaft. So I've really got to do something with that shaft. I've got to get the shaft out. I've got no choice. I have to, but just don't have the gear. So I'm just going to have to use someone tomorrow, hopefully, and his name's Graham. Australian boy too, actually, so we'll meet him tomorrow. Alright guys, take it easy. That's day 6 wrapped up. Woo! The mission is on. Here we are, deep in dark engine room status. Let me turn that off maybe, there you go. Deep dark down engine room here. Status is very bloody hot down here. So anyway, super hot down here. It's going on 4 o'clock. I'm literally, it's just sweat is dripping off me. Yeah, it's about 4 o'clock coming on. Nightmare. So I'm actually trying to get the shaft out again. Here we go again. It's just, I've made some progress. I've got some bolts out and got the grub screw out, which was a real bonus. We've had Graham here, one of the guys, just to help us out with a dirty big cold chisel. So now the coupling's actually just no good, to be honest. So it's just down there. That's the coupling right there. So the battle continues for another day, which I'm not real happy about. Actually, I just want this done. It's you know, enough said. It's just been like this for 7 days. 7 days of me in here fighting this shaft, fighting this coupling. And as you can see, it's not the easiest place to work in the world. I've got an engine right here. I'm sitting on the engine. I've got a light there. Oh, it's just brutally hot in here at the moment. Enough. See you later. Yeah, so this is where the action happens. So as you can see there, that's the cutlass. The cutlass bearing goes inside here, and it's all chewed out. There's still chunks in there. I just can't get it out. It's actually not even a case. It's usually like a bronze casing with a rubber insert, but this is just a pure rubber one. It's quite strange. I've never really seen one like that before. But it's old, it's brittle. And then this is the other issue we've got, getting the shaft out. So we've marked it up. I actually chopped it out anyway, as you can see. And it wasn't enough when I pulled the shaft out. I didn't want to pull the rudder. There's nothing actually wrong with the rudder. The rudder's in good nick. So I had no issues with the rudder whatsoever. So happy with that. So now what I'm going to do tomorrow is cut this out more, groove it out more. I can see where the shaft lines up now. This is where I've marked out. So we'll actually take a good slice out of here, and then we'll leave this here permanently. You know, it's still a lot of meat in there. So we can chop this out, then we'll glass that over. I'll put probably 3 layers of glass over that, and then after that we'll fill it and smooth it out, sand it, reinstate the anti-foul, and that'll be that. That'll give us enough room to slide the shaft in, and so you can basically see, like, there's not a great deal of room. So I need to have that, as you can see there, it's like it needs to be just a little bit wider to get in nice and true. So that's it. So finally I've won. Finally I won the battle. So happy days. So, there are the spots. There's a few of those. It's about 7 of these spots, and then a few touch-ups on some areas once we get the tractor out. You can see once we get the lift out, you can see where the pads have actually not damaged the anti-foul, but I just don't like it. So we'll get them fixed up too. So now they just prop it up, prop the boat up so it doesn't fall over, pretty much. And then that's about it. I'll fill you in later. As you can see, she's starting to resemble something that looks like our boat again. So yeah, all the covers were cleaned today and everything was done. Cushions back out, windows all cleaned. deck's all cleaned and polished. And obviously downstairs as well, we've been working flat out down here today too to try and get some sort of normality in the house. So as you can see, she's looking pretty good. A few things that need to go away, but only when there's table runners on the table and so on. Seat cushions are coming back obviously once we get to the boat. But kitchen spotless, so the wife will be happy. Good wife will be happy. Kitchen spotless, ready to go. We don't go down this end. I've still got the tools down there. You can probably see in the distance there. I've got some tools down there and I'm still waiting on the shaft, unfortunately, which has really held me up. But yeah, as for that, the boys' room, storage cabinets are all done. The cushions are all there, but ready to go back out. It's all been cleaned up forward. And it's all been cleaned down here. Just open the hatch, get a bit of light in here. But so there you go. So it's all been cleaned, dusted, wiped down, polished, so to speak. So we're good to go. All right, just need a shaft. Even the floors are being cleaned. Everything's spotless in here. So there's no real need to come into here with dirty feet anymore or any dirt to come inside. It's only really just me.